What's good, everybody? This your main man, KSFL, King Self for Life Wrestling. It takes here to talk about another 4-hour edition of AEW television. We got Dynamite, then followed right behind Collision. Obviously the big talking points is the storyline that's revolving around Hangman, Swerve, Will Ospreay, Death Riders, all of them clowns, and Kenny Omega and Okada. Like, to me, if you really wanted to walk away from anything that you've seen from the show, those are like the main talking points. And obviously MJF going against formerly known as Sin Cara, Mystico. They got that little storyline going on. This whole deal with Mercedes in them now, I don't know what's the point of her always eating. I don't know. I don't get that. But I'm watching how they booking this, and I'm sitting up here and I'm like, I said, are they booking Mercedes to lose? Is she going to lose? Because you have to ask yourself, Tony has never won at All In. She has never won. If you look at all the matches she had, actually, you know what? No, I'm wrong. She has one win. She won the first one. Because I won in the Fatal 4-Way. Yeah, it was the Fatal 4-Way. And Shakira was she was the placement holder. In other words, she just had it just to hand it to her. So she does have a win. She has one, but the other two she's lost. She's lost back to back. So this is where I'm standing on that situation. I'm like, are we booking Mercedes to win, or we booking her to lose? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. What else? That was, like I said, the annihilation of Kenny Omega was, that was done beautifully. And it led right into Collision. I said, that's how you do. I said, TK, it's like he gets the beginning right, and then he gets the end right. But it's like the stuff in between, that's where it's like he's failing, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he needs a lot of work on. Like, he needs a lot of work on his middle part, because that's what keeps you engulfed until we get to the very end. Swerve heard the whole conversation about what the Young Bucks had did to him while he was talking to Hangman, and Hangman said, whatever you do, stay out that man's business. And they heard it while they was up in the locker room, up in the checking on Will Ospreay, because Will Ospreay took the Thumbtack's gym shoe to the face because Swerve was tied down. They tied him down. He couldn't go nowhere. They tied him down. Young Bucks tied him down with the help of the Death Riders. They tied him down, beat the brakes off of him. Couldn't go nowhere. And then Will Ospreay. And now here's my deal. Ospreay should have won that match. Listen, Tony Khan, I don't understand you in draws. I don't get you. When AEW first started, a draw was something we never seen before, so it was rare. It was rare. AEW has been on for 6 years now, and I think we've probably seen probably over 100 plus draws. And I'm like, you know what? They so played out. Ospreay should have won that match. I don't give a damn what nobody has to say. Ospreay should have won. Swerve is bulletproof right now. He is bulletproof. He can take another L. It don't matter. I don't know what the clown Tony Khan was thinking about having a draw. As soon as that bell rung, the fans were booing. And I'm like, yeah, because TK does it way too much. I'm like, dog, you do this bull jive too much. What is your obsession with a freaking draw? It's so stupid. I'm like, dog, you don't need to keep doing this. He does this every chance he gets. And I'm like, dog, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's just stupid. It's stupid booking. I got to do a draw because I got to do it again. No, Ospreay should have won number 2. Listen, Swerve Ospreay 1 and Swerve Ospreay 2 were good. Both of them were good. But Ospreay should have won over. I don't give a damn what nobody has to say. For the people who say I don't like when we get pinned, no. Ospreay should have won. You didn't need no stupid man draw. That was retarded. It was stupid. So Swerve wanted to go ahead and run it back, talk about son and death. Like, let's go ahead and get this over with. Like, let's do 5 more minutes. And then that's when the Death Riders and the Young Bucks came out there basically to beat the brakes off of him and tied him down. He couldn't go nowhere. He was handcuffed to the ring. And then they was finna, like I said, sweet chin music him with the doggone thumbtacks, gym shoes, and Ospreay just jumped right in front of him. And you seen the emotion that Swerve was giving. I said that was done perfectly. I said all Ospreay had to do was just take the win. That was it. If he would have took the win, I actually wouldn't have had a problem with the beatdown afterwards, with Swerve being tied down and then Ospreay taking the hit for him. You know, I wouldn't have had no problem, but Tony Khan has to screw things up with a retarded draw every time. I'm like, dog, I don't know what's going on upside in that dome piece of his, but he continues to do this dumb stuff that don't make no sense. Like, we don't need no stupid man draw. So then, like I said, we had MJF and the Hurt Syndicate out there with MVP, and they went against I don't know the masked luchador clown from CMA. I don't know his name. Mike Speedball and Kevin Knight, and they went against them. It was a decent matchup, but you know they had to cheat. MVP was cheating his behind off. I give him that. He was cheating his tail off, so I give him that much. And then he took the obsession of taking Cat's mask off in pro wrestling. It's so outplayed. I mean, there's no respect for the luchadors anymore. That's all they do is take their mask off. Then we got some random match. Christian Blake got beat down by, who he get beat down by? He got beat down by some, it was a random match. Got tore up. He got demolished. He got demolished by Mystico. That's what he got demolished by. And I didn't know that Christian Blake and it was heels now. I guess him and Big Shotty Lee. I didn't know this. I did not know that they heels now. I said, okay, heels. So backstage on Collision, I think it was Collision. Big Shotty Lee and Christian Blake ran into Ricochet, and Ricochet basically turned them down because they was talking about, we need somebody like you to manage us or something like that. And Ricochet said, yeah, even if I did, you guys ain't even worth it. Like, he just straight disrespected him out of him. And he said he's still on his quest to get some gold. I tell you what makes the most sense. Obviously, we got the unification of the International Championship and the Continental title. As soon as Kenny Omega wins that, I would build up Ricochet and I would have Ricochet take him down. But where? I don't know. I don't know what pay-per-view I have him take him down, but I mean, I don't know. But that's what I would do. I would build him up, and I would have Ricochet be the one to take the undisputed Continental International Championship. And that title, it looked decent. I'm cool with it. We had Queen Automata versus the Toxic Spider. She won. It was a decent matchup. Then we had a tag team match, Penelope Ford and Megan Bain versus Ty Conti and Anna Jay. And they got the win, but Megan Bain, I don't know what that, it was I don't know. I can't even call what the spot was. It is what it is on that. Let me see. I'm trying to think what else of importance that happened. Hangman at the end. So Hangman was talking. Well, he tried to talk, but he couldn't. The Death Riders brought him. They taped him up, had his mouth taped, and Moxley just running off at the mouth, just saying anything that don't make no type of sense. I mean, just rambling, saying some stupid stuff. And they was basically trying to destroy this man, trying to beat the brakes off him. But then the ops came out to save him. So then Hangman got the opportunity to say, if y'all think that's the best you got, you gonna have to literally put me to death in order to stop me from winning that championship at All In. So that was that segment, So we got some development going on heading into All In. Like I said, I still think TK needs work on the middle part, because the middle part is how you keep people invested. Just throwing random matches together and thinking like that's what's gonna hold people is not gonna do it. I'm sorry, it's just not. Oh, and we got I'm assuming it was a number one contendership, Kyle Fletcher versus Anthony Bowens. You had Adam Cole on commentary during the matchup, so I'm just assuming that it was a number one contendership match. I guess it was a decent matchup, but obviously they had to cheat. Kyle Fletcher won, so Now next week we about to have a whole bunch of multi-man matches. I don't really give a dang about all that. That doesn't move me anymore. That's just basically TK. I got to get everybody tomorrow on the show, and I know you don't. That's just not good booking. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's terrible booking if you ask me. But we got some development heading it All In. I give TK that. You know, I can't wait for, oh, and I love the promo video of the history between Okada and Omega. For the people who are new to this rivalry, who are really not familiar with it, they went down the entire storyline from when they first got into it out there in New Japan to where we are now, and it was fantastic. And backstage, you had, before the segment that took place, before the inedible beatdown of Kenny Omega coughing up blood and everything, you had Okada walk into Don the Clown, aka Don Callis, talk about, you know, you need to roll with me if you want to, you know, win both championships. And he looked at him and said a B, called him a B. You know, that's his famous line. But in actuality, he ended up working with him because they signed up the contract to determine both titles will be on the line, unification, which is great. And like I said, that should be the main title of freaking Collision. Moving forward, I'm telling you, if you want fools to give a dang about Collision, that should be the main title, while the AEW World Championship is the main title of Dynamite. It makes the most sense. I don't give a dang that people gonna say we all just doing like, it's pro wrestling one-on-one. It ain't you just doing like Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. I'm tired of that played out take that a lot of fools like to use. We need to decipher, and no more Ring of Honor crap. Keep that Ring of Honor crap on Ring of Honor. I don't need to see it. I don't give a dang about it. I don't need it. Ring of Honor for Ring of Honor, AEW titles for AEW titles. That's all that matters. I don't give a dang about nothing else. I don't. So, yeah. So anyway, they signed the contract, and Don the Clown, aka Don Callis, was out there bull jiving, talking bull jive, talk about, and Omega said, "What other kind of traps you got? Because I just seen all your traps." Well, it was Okada beating the brakes off him. When I say he beat the brakes off him, he tore that man up. Like, they beat the snot, literally. The blood snot. The boy was coughing up blood. Kenny Omega got destroyed. This is basically written Kenny off TV for a little bit, which is great. I love it. I said, this is perfect. This is fantastic. I said, this is what you want to do. You want to get people invested, and you know, it's unfortunate that this is way more important than the main event title matches. Both of them. Think about it. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. Think about that. Just sit on that for what I just said, So anyway, I don't really have anything else to say. Mariah May's new name. Her name is Blake something. Now, when I heard it, I was like, Blake. I was like, okay. But then I found out why. It's apparently she's using her niece's name, I guess. I'm like this. All I care is just book her right. Michael's just book her right. I don't really give a dang. I mean, yes, it really doesn't, move me. I would have kept Mariah May, but it's WWE. They always changing everybody's names. Blake, whatever. All I care, just book her right. That's all that matters to me. Just book her right. I don't really gonna give a dang about nothing else. Just book her right, then we'll be cool. So. I don't have anything else to say. That's all I'm going with. I done told you what I felt about Dynamite Collision, because it's one big smile show. I said, it is what it is. TK has the strengths, but he got a whole lot of weaknesses that he needs help with, and that's called storytelling. Like I said, he can book a match. He can book the mess out of a match anytime he wants, because that's quote unquote with a quote unquote best wrestler. But I'm like, it's more than just with a best wrestler. You need to freaking tell a story leading up to your said match. It is what it is. We're 5 weeks away from All In. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the comment section up. Let me know what y'all think. And I'll talk to y'all cats later. Make sure you hit that like button. And I'll holler at y'all later. Holler at your boy.